Hey, real quick, can I be transparent with you guys for a second? Well, more transparent, because I am very transparent on this thing. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things on this, on that you probably might know about me on my channel already, like how I'm poly and I don't hate black women, and you know I find being gangster to be completely terrible and wrong. I've been financially been in the red for like the past couple months, yada yada yada. But I'm very I don't know if the word is insecure. I don't know the word for it, but I truly feel like a failure pretty often. Like I think the one thing I always hate, one of the few things that I hate about like the Republicans and the right wingers is that like when I acknowledge my flaws and my mistakes and how bad I got it, the first thing that these guys want to do is say, well, it's your own fault for being a worthless piece of garbage who doesn't do anything to get out of the situation that he's in. You can't blame the system, blame yourself because you suck. And I go, yeah, you're right. I actually am kind of garbage and trash, and my existence is completely unvalidated. And also, it's kind of a good thing that I'm never gonna have children. And they go, dude, we didn't even say all that. You know what I mean? It's really weird how it's like, because I feel like that all the time. I grew up, like I said, I grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm surrounded by Republican, conservative people who basically tell me there's nothing wrong with your environment. There's always going to be something wrong with you. If anything bad happens to you, it's your fault. I used to get picked on by the other kids from wearing glasses, and and for the longest time, I hated myself for just not being able to see. Okay? I gotten rejected by women so much that I do not think in my brain it's hard for me to believe that I am physically attractive in any form. I believe I have absolutely no concept or grasp of good things happening to me because of something that I did for it, in contrast to good things happening to me because it was just it was finally my turn. I can't I don't I have a hard time believing that I'm capable of actually doing anything to benefit myself, but I'm very much capable of doing things to just ruin my existence. Everything I do is wrong, nothing I do is correct. I am just here until I die. That is my perspective. That's what I was taught, and that is what I was trained to believe. And it's very frustrating. So I do feel like a failure a lot. As a matter of fact, one of the few things I tend to do, when I started getting the habit of doing was after I upload a video, I tend to go to my channel dashboard, which is a complete and total self-esteem killer. Because while I am glad that I did get all of the 1,400 more subscribers in the course of a couple months, in the course of a couple weeks actually, for for all of those subscribers that I got, every single time I upload a video, I lose like one or two. So the first thing that's going on in my head is, am I really as popular as I thought I was, or did people just subscribe to me on accident and realize that they don't have to anymore? And it's a very, very, very I'm not dedicating my mood to my subscriber count. That's not what this is. But it is kind of hurtful to it is kind of hurtful that you step off the podium and more people come into the auditorium to come listen to you, and then when you get back on the podium, two people just left. It's like, I didn't even say anything yet. Where are you going? So that is definitely it's definitely like something that just kind of took me into. It's definitely like it's like I don't feel like I'm allowed to feel good about things because something bad is about to happen like almost immediately afterwards. To put this in perspective, there's people who are still commenting on my 600 video and basically telling me, you're a failure, you're a loser, stop being a loser, get big or get good, get good, scrub, skill issue. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting here like, that video was like 12 videos ago. What are you guys doing? Why are y'all still doing this to me? Did you just see you saw the title and just immediately thought, let's make this guy feel like garbage more than he already does. Like, I already know that I'm a failure. I didn't graduate college. So in the process, I had to work with whatever job could hire me. And unfortunately, all those jobs have just been 9 to 5s. Well, why don't you just get a better job? Yes, because I could totally just, go over to a better job and just be like, hey guys, can you guys hire me already? I like to think that my uncle at least worked here before. So I'm I want to be a librarian. I want to work at the library so bad. I want to work at my local library so bad. And I'm always going to get hit with the, well, unfortunately, all the spots are filled. But if something shows up, we will definitely call you. They will not. So it's like, I mean, look at me. I look like Wolfman. And I feel like it's a little bit more painful because it's like, that's a little bit more painful because it's like, I need y'all to understand something real quick. I can cut my hair, do the beard. I can make myself look as pretty as you want me to. And you're still going to say I'm ugly for some reason. And that's not the insecurity talking. That's legitimately, that's fact. You think that I'm unattractive already. So there's nothing I can do to change your mind about that. If you think terrible things about me, there's nothing I could do to change your mind. You just have to change your mind about that on your own. You know what I'm saying? People be like, no, actually, you can change minds. All you have to do is just believe that you can. No, I cannot. I cannot. There's still people on that video who still think that I'm just some lazy loser complaining on the internet because I said Donald Trump sucked in that video. So yeah, I do, I will never ever. First off, I don't think I'm allowed to feel happy or proud or accomplished. I'm always going to be genuinely surprised when something good happens to me because good things don't happen to me. They happen, just not to me that often. So, well, I'm a little skittish about it, Like I got like all of these random baddies like subscribing to me, like all of these ridiculously beautiful women, by the way. They're just gorgeous. And in my brain, I'm like, body, yada, 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 yada. Super bot. That person is gonna unsubscribe to me in a course of an hour. And I think the thing that really kind of hurts me about this is that the same people that are hell bent on calling me a failure if I ever decide to feel good about myself in some fashion, are the same ones who are probably going to tell me right now, hey, don't feel bad about yourself. Let us do that. Let us make you feel bad about yourself. Don't do that on your own. Be confident in yourself so we can ruin that by telling you how much you suck if you do something that we think is wrong. And I'm like, no, I would rather just hold myself accountable, as you guys want me to do. Which, by the way, nobody can ever actually explain what that means. They don't want you to say that you suck. They want to tell you that you suck. And you just kind of be okay with it because, the whole gaslighting thing, like, oh, wow, thanks for telling me I'm such a terrible person. I'm going to follow you to the edge of the earth because you're going to tell me how to be a better person. That's not me. Like with me, I know that I'm a terrible person. I know that I'm a failure. I know that I make mistakes. I know that I'm a screw up. But I'm trying my best to do better. I'm trying my best to do what I can with what I got. And as you can obviously see, it's not much. As I've said multiple times before, though, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing about me. Is that, like, I'm working with what I got. And I ain't got much. I got my apartment broken into not too long ago. Like in March, okay? So I don't even know how much longer I'm going to have my computer and my camera and everything else for. So I'm making as many videos as I can before those guys come in and try to finish the job. Either steal my stuff or ultimately end my life. I mean, this is just, well, why don't you just move to another apartment? There's nobody at the office right now. Please stop acting like things are easy. Please stop acting like things are easy and simple, okay? Just because things are easy and simple for you doesn't mean that I didn't exactly explore those avenues, okay? I don't like that. I also don't like it when people be like, simple. It's like we all like, you didn't try the simple thing. It's like going, because I considered the simple thing, tried the simple thing didn't work. I wouldn't be panicking and frustrated about things if the simple option didn't already work from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like the simplest option is plan Z. That's plan A. I did plan A, it didn't work. I did plan B, it didn't work. I did plan C, it didn't work. Well, did you try doing plan D? I did plan D, and it didn't work either. At this point right now, I'm at plan Z27 of just living and existing while dealing with the stuff that I have to deal with. And one of those things I have to deal with is this crippling feeling in my brain that is consistently telling me that I am a failure. I will not accomplish the things that I will accomplish. Things are just not going to go well for me. I'm going to always find myself just looking at celebrities and hoping that one day I'm going to be one. By the way, I don't really look at celebrities like that. I just don't. I don't care about celebrities. I don't care about like famous people. I don't care about rich people. The only reason I'm even focused on politics is because their decisions actually affect people. And I am a people. Influencers don't affect me. Celebrities don't affect me. Famous people don't affect me. Successful people don't affect me. Politicians affect me. And that's something that we just, and I feel like that's something that we should like all kind of take into consideration. Because if we all cared about politics, if we all cared about politics instead of just acting like, well, it doesn't matter anyways, who cares? Cake and circuses, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, it's just, we could change this. Well, what do you know? You're just a guy who didn't graduate college and now you're working at a shoe store and making a little bit of money and begging for money on the internet. I'm not begging for money. Would I like to have some money? Absolutely. But I'm not like, guys, please help me pay my bills, please. No, I got a job, bro. It's not an awesome, amazing job, but it's a job, you know? Like, by the way, fun fact, I am getting more hours at my job, though. I am getting paid a little bit more. But like I say, one of the things that I have to deal with is I basically got the comment section going on in my head, and it's just people, and it's just my brain just telling me all of these terrible things about myself, and I have to challenge that on a regular basis. It just to walk, just to take a couple steps every day. You know what I mean? While I was going over to early voting, I was telling myself that I was going to get lost on the way there. It's literally like right down the street. I told myself I was going to miss it, drive a freaking half hour to Dango, Houston to get to where I needed to go to. And instead, I was right there, just a moment. While my brain is still telling me, you're a failure, you're a loser, you can't do anything right, everything's messed up. My brain right now is telling me this video is going to get like no views, no likes, nothing. And also, you're going to probably lose 10 subscribers from this because you're being way too open and way too honest, and nobody likes to hear that. Everybody wants to hear about somebody being successful. Also, you didn't use the Mr. Beast voice. And but yeah, every day I have to put up with that. This is every day. My brain is like roasting me right now, as you probably might want to. But in the process of me dealing with that stuff and enduring all of that and having all of this low self-esteem just punching me in the gut every chance it gets, I always find myself just ultimately saying, you know what? We have good things to think about. We have good things to focus on. We have good things that actually goes on too. Like there's a small little glimmer of hope in my brain that keeps me alive. Like number one, I'm 20 minutes away from my dream job. I want to be a professional wrestler. I'm literally like right within driving distance. I just need the money to be able to go. I just need the money to be able to go back. Number two, I don't have children. I don't have any children. So whatever terrible thing happens to be in my life is only going to affect me. It's not going to affect me and my family. I'm not going to be responsible for the downfall of my family. I only am going to be responsible for the downfall of myself. Nothing I do will hurt other people, especially not people who I love and care enough to bring into this world and try to give them the best life, even though I don't have a good life in the slightest. I also like to think that I'm a pretty okay guy. I don't I've done a lot of stupid things growing up, and I am not proud of it, and I will never be proud of it. But I like to think that me trying to redeem myself, albeit in the craziest way possible, I like to think that that's decent. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing to look forward to. I also like to think that despite the fact that I am an absolute failure with nothing good going for me, the fact that I'm willing to try just to do the bare minimum is enough to, well, you can't just do the bare minimum. You can't expect, hey, shut up. How do you expect me to do any of the bare maximum with absolutely nothing? Nothing. Think about that for a second. Think before you start telling me to go harder in the paint, okay? You know what I'm saying? Some people can only do 50 push-ups, okay? And you're trying to tell somebody to do 200 push-ups that only is capable of doing 50. All right, like stop. 50 push-ups is still good. If you can barely do a push-up and you do 2, I'm congratulating you because you did that. You did that. You gonna come in? Well, it's not 200, bro. But yeah, the idea is that like I walk around with a crippling depression and a just my brain just telling me that I am garbage all the time. So when somebody else does it, it's like, yeah, I know I'm garbage, bro. I know I'm trash, but I'm trying to clean myself up. I just really hate the fact that me attempting, or at least me trying, does not get acknowledged. Because do or do not, there is no try. That is a movie line. That is a line from a movie. Stop acting like that is your whole personality. I will always applaud somebody else just trying. Because trying is better. Trying is knowing that you're going to get to where you need to go to. Because there is no do. All right? There is no do either. You're not gonna teleport from point A to point B. You gotta walk there. You gotta crawl there. You gotta drive there. You gotta run there. At some point, you have to do something in order to get there. And that process between getting from point A to point B is called trying. I am trying. We are all trying. And we should all applaud the fact that we are all trying. So if you are out there trying your best, just know that you got somebody out there who is who looks like this, who lives in this, don't know for how long. You know that there's somebody out there rooting for you. You are doing a great job. I'm looking at myself in the camera when I say this too. You're doing a great job. You're putting forth the effort. Even though nobody else wants to see it. Even though nobody else can see it. Even though your brain is probably telling you that you're not. You are doing just fine. And you can only go up from here. And take it from a mentally unstable human being who lives in the void, screaming it at you. I have no clue where I was going with this. Love and peace, everybody.